Yep. Here we go. And we are live. Are we live?
Are we live?
I think we're live. Yeah, I think we are live.
Baby.
Well, then we're live. Then hello, Facebook and uh, 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 everybody else, Radio Land, all that good stuff. This is the Melanated Morning Show in the afternoon. Wait a minute, I'm messing up. I am messing up big time.
Come on, get it together.
I know I'm getting it.
Yeah, we don't hear you. We don't hear you. We don't hear you.
No, we don't hear you, man.
We do not hear you. You are really discombobulated right now.
There I go. There I go. Okay.
Hello.
Are you with us now?
Right?
I'm with y'all now. The Melanated Morning Show in the afternoon. We are doing the afternoon show because
Wow.
we just had some stuff to do in the morning. So y'all heard Lisa Love this morning. So we're going to do another DJ spotlight. And the name of the DJ that we're going to spotlight this morning is DJ Ms. Official.
Hey.
Hey, Mr. Official.
What's going on,
What's
PHILLIE?
going on? What's going on? We getting ready to get all up in your business and find out some things.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I want to know about this DJ. How you got started? When did you start? What made you start?
Yeah. A lot of people wonder that, so it's all good.
Okay. Well, we can ready to find out now.
Down for it.
So let's start from the beginning. Tell us how you got started DJing.
This official got started watching my grandfather. My grandfather is a DJ, has been all my life. I mean, he was doing it before I was even thought of. He'd just be playing music and I would dance all the time. And so I started watching him and, then I found out later on while my dad was one also. So,
Oh, wow.
I would just watch my grandfather. He would just kill it flipping records and going through them crates. And I mean, them crates was taller than him sometimes. So, I just love to see what he was doing, and I just love the sound of music. I mean, I've been around music all my life, through church.
Okay.
So, music is in my bloodline. And so just watching him do that, and seeing how people reacted to when he would be playing records, I'm like, I want to do that one day. Like,
okay.
So. Yeah.
So what age did you like really, really get on the tables and start?
So I used to get in trouble. So I was like 10. My grandfather would walk out the room and I would start playing with his techniques. And he'd pop the mess out of me, man. He popped my hand, everything. And so I think down the line he realized, all right, like she gonna keep bothering this thing. She probably wants to play around with it. She wants to learn. So, it got to the point where it was like when I would do it, he would run in the room and I would zoom out, and then he's like, nah, come back in here. We're gonna play around. You're gonna learn today. So
Okay.
It grew to me just learning, what he was doing and watching him and just playing around. I really got heavy into it. I was probably in high school, like 16, 17,
Okay.
doing house parties when I wasn't supposed to. And
You was out there early.
yeah. I was hell in the clubs. I was supposed to be in the clubs already. So
Okay.
promoting parties and stuff like that I should have definitely not have been in. But it just I was able to grasp around people that were around me,
Okay.
in the game, and just they could tell this is what I wanted, so they grabbed a hold of me and really like kept me under their wing. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I mean, now today, are you still DJing? Like, if it wasn't COVID, would you be out in the club DJing or?
Yeah, I am still DJing.
Okay.
I actually kind of dive more into corporate DJing, so I deal with a lot of more like big name clients and stuff like that.
Okay.
This year, if COVID didn't happen, I was supposed to be doing a few shows overseas, but unfortunately,
Wow.
COVID did stop that. Had quite a few things that we were doing this year. I was supposed to be doing BEAUTee awards and events there and stuff like that. So
So
COVID
all
kind
of
of,
that was put on hold.
yeah, COVID put me on hold a lot. I mean, it helped me kind of expand and practice more and learn more
Mm-hmm.
in what I'm doing and the branding side of everything. So
Mm-hmm.
there's some bad parts to COVID and there were some good parts. It has
Right.
really helped me rebrand who Ms. Official really is.
Okay.
I'm a very appreciative of that. So now it's on to 2021, and we're gonna try to grind as much as COVID will allow us.
I hear that.
Yeah.
So, as a DJ, have you had any obstacles as a female DJ?
I
Because
mean, being a female, not even just being a female DJ, being a female in this industry altogether, is always obstacles.
Wow.
You know, you gotta be able to know who's actually riding for you or who's not. There's people that they say I got you, but the moment when they say I got you, there's something behind that I got you.
Okay.
And you have to really. That's where me growing up in church, that discernment really comes into play, and just knowing who's actually for me,
Mm-hmm.
who's
now,
actually just here to use me.
Oh.
speaking of the business, and speaking of the business,
Okay.
Philly,
Hmm?
I got a surprise for you.
For me?
Yeah,
What is it?
official too. Look who came to hang out
Is
with
that
you.
CYNDA?
Look who came to hang out with you.
Oh,
Oh man.
beautiful sister.
Look who
Hi,
came to hang
sister.
out with us.
We can't hear you. No.
Well, we see her, but so for the record, Philly, you know I had this playing the whole time, right?
Really?
Me and Cindy, me and CC had this playing. We wanted to surprise you.
Oh, well, I'm surprised.
She had some extra time today, and she said she would be glad to spend it with you.
Well, I appreciate that. That's what's up with Ms. Official getting all up in her business.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
CYNDA, we still not getting no
Sound.
from you.
She is like, what is going on?
She'll
Okay.
be back. She'll be back.
Okay, so I really would like to know, like, I don't know anything about like the DJ business and how it works or anything, but when is it hard going up against like the men in this business, or
When I first started, it used to be because they didn't take me serious.
Really?
They didn't take me serious. And I think unfortunately there are women that are in this DJ game that have made it difficult for female DJs like me.
Okay.
So I'm not one of those females that are wearing mini skirts
Can you hear
and
me now?
halter tops and my titties out and all that. I don't do that.
Right.
I'm about the craft and I just come and do what I do.
Okay.
So unfortunately, there's a lot of female DJs out there that they can't DJ.
So are you saying because they can't DJ, they dress a certain way to get that attention because they can't DJ?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's an attention seeker moment right there,
Okay.
Okay. And it's
Hold on,
unfortunate
ladies.
because
Hold on.
females like me that are actually about the craft and we out there flaunting everything we got. We actually came to really do a party.
Okay.
It's difficult sometimes. It is difficult, but you just learn how to break the barriers and try other avenues while you're in it. So.
Now, hold on, ladies. I think she's got her stuff together.
CYNDA, are you with us?
I am.
There she is.
Okay, so I would
hold on, Philly.
I'm getting.
Hold on, Philly. DJ Miss Official, officially me, CYNDA Williams.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I hear wonderful things about you.
Oh yeah, I'm awesome.
So Philly, once again, me and Seabree did talk about this yesterday, and she had some time today. I said, "Come hang out with us." I said, "Let's surprise Philly." And
I am truly surprised.
So Linda is actually going to be your co-host today.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I'm going to fall back.
Okay. Just to sit back. Okay, I understand. I get it.
Did you get your nap? DJ could do so?
Yes and no.
Who, Eddie?
Yes and no.
He was supposed to get his he was trying to get.
I'm good because as soon as I get finished with this, because my allergies been killing me, so I'm So ladies, this is the ladies. I'm gonna
be quiet.
Yeah.
So I see we're streaming. So hello everyone. What are we on all the everything?
We sure are.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
When did y'all get started?
We got started a little bit late. That's why you had to sit in the green room for a minute.
Oh, okay. Okay, but you're still in the beginning of the show.
Yeah. Miss Official is a female DJ. She resides in New York, and she's telling us basically her story.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry to have interrupted. Continue, please.
She's so polite. So go ahead, Miss Official.
So how long you been DJing? I'm sure I missed that part.
We count going on almost 15 years.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I started back in high school. I was about 16, 17, so I'll be 30 in July. So I'm almost near retirement. I can retire.
Are you serious? Is that a serious comment?
No, I'm not.
I was going to say.
No.
Well, look at you.
I'm not retiring from the game ever.
Okay.
The only reason I retire if my love for it goes away, and I don't think that ever will. So.
Okay. Do you use the old school records, or do you do it all digital?
I am actually all digital now. I've learned on records and stuff like that. Like as I was telling Philly, my grandfather and my father both are DJs. So I definitely have learned on vinyl, but it's easier to be compact and just go ahead and stay digital as much as possible. So
well, it's good that you still learn the basics though with the old school. That way, if ever you need that, you have that. A lot of people don't, right?
Yeah. A lot of unfortunately DJs probably around my era, we came straight into the digital world. We came in where everything was computerized and everything, so um, we didn't really learn vinyl unless you were around it. Now there's a lot of the younger DJs that are younger than me. They're learning vinyl because it's coming back out. It's becoming bigger, and stuff like that. So they're definitely learning that now. So it's good to see that though.
Seems like it's a different sound.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the controller, it does what it needs to do, but that vinyl sound, it's a different sound. You know when somebody's actually using vinyl to a controller. So definitely.
It's like a singer versus someone that's produced.
Well, from a DJ, you could tell the difference because when you hear
That scratch.
it sounds like chicken. It sounds like chicken frying. Grease popping.
Chicken.
That's how you know. Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I'm going back into that. I do have a question for you, Miss Officials. I got a couple of DJ questions for you.
Okay.
What's your main genre? Like, what's your main lane?
So when I first started off, I was actually a gospel DJ. Wanted to do the DJing thing, but I was so heavily in the church that I couldn't see myself doing anything else except gospel. But now I can say I'm open format to an extent. There's certain genres that I'm really not comfortable with just yet, but I do accommodate when need be for any client. So.
All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot. What genres are you not comfortable with?
House music. I'm not there yet.
We've had this discussion. That's why I wanted to see you.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if you was gonna be real with it.
I got crates and crates of house music. My hard drive is full of house music, but I'm just not. I practice it. I play around with it in my house, but to say for me to do a house event, I'm not there yet.
Why is that? What's wrong with from your perspective, house music?
It's not even a problem with it. It's just learning the music. I don't really know house music that well. I don't know the artists. I don't know, I know BPM, I know how to BPM and, put a 126 behind a 126, all that stuff. But sometimes that song still might not go with the next one.
When you're playing house music as a DJ, you got to really know your stuff and your blends have to be on point.
Yeah. So when it comes to house music, I want to learn the music first before I can tell somebody, yeah, I got you. Now, if I'm at a gig and somebody's asked for a house track while I'm doing my thing, I'll probably throw it on.
Okay.
But to say for me to do a whole house set.
It's funny. I'm from Chicago, which is like house, everybody. Girl, you want to go house. But I left Chicago before house became a thing.
Okay.
So honestly, I absolutely know there's a difference between tracks, but I can't tell the difference between tracks because it all sound the same to me.
And that's my thing, I keep and Disco. No, I always say, man, they all sound the same. Like, come on.
It sounds the same to me. I don't.
Different tracks. I'm like, no, that's the same track that you just played. Like, what are you talking about?
But there's really different types of house. And being from Chicago, there's Chicago soulful house, there's New York house. But they say that Chicago is like the birthplace of house.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
it is.
Listen to some gospel house tracks that somebody sent me, and I'm just.
And that's where actually, for those who wonder how did it start a house, a guy named Frankie Knuckles. I mean, not Frankie Knuckles. Frankie Cutlass is the one who's actually so they say is responsible for.
I mean, they have so many massively huge events.
Yeah.
For house music. They have this great big picnic. I think it's on the south side, and it's like to get into this event, you got to know somebody or have been doing this for years, and it is very
Wow.
exclusive, but hugely. It's like that's the party you want to get into in the summer. And I'm just like, I would have fun people watching at a house party event like that. But after 5 minutes of the same beat, I'm like,
Feet start hurting. Sorry, I can't get you with the footwork either. I'm like,
Now, see, that's how I am about EDM and trance. I can't listen to that stuff.
I'm sorry. That's the one genre that I refuse to touch.
I refuse to play that.
I
Me too.
cannot get
what's it
that
called?
EDM, like techno. It's
EDM,
just
techno, trance.
Mm-mm.
I can't do it.
The only time I could do it, I'm gonna be real with you, is when I was very drunk and hanging out with my gay friends. That was the only
that's the only
time.
time, because literally that's all you're gonna hear the whole time. You might hear a couple of like Beyonce tracks thrown in there once or twice, but it's still gonna have that behind it. the whole
Y'all
time.
remember back in the 90s, the big thing was, hey, you probably weren't alive yet, but that was the thing. It was like,
Ouch! Ouch!
okay, barely alive, but but the rest of us old heads, not so much
Right?
you, Miss Philly Beauty.
No, listen, I'm embracing it.
Yeah, we were. Well, I'm sure he was not in the gay clubs, but I was.
I
I
was.
had so much fun. I done had
I've been to a couple of them since recently, man. Them
But
things
see,
lit, man.
here's the thing. Back
I
in
ain't
the
never
90s,
had no problems in a gay
But-
club.
Cause
back
they
in
ain't
the
worried about
90s,
hitting on you at all. You ain't gotta worry about it. I'm gonna get my drink and just chill out and dance with my friends. That's the best thing.
but here's the thing though. Back in the 90s, you had your gay clubs, okay? But you had a lot of gay people that would come to the straight clubs because just for the music. So they kind of,
Well, gay people go everywhere, just like straight people go everywhere.
Right.
But I'm saying for me, so I wouldn't have to deal with no fools. I would go to a gay club just so I could go. Because the only reason why I'm going is to dance. I'm not trying to meet nobody. I'm just trying to dance. And I know if I go to a gay club, first of all, it's going to be a bunch of funny people doing some funny stuff that I can watch because I love my gay people. They are funny.
First of all, whoever go to a club to find love they done lost their mind anyway. So
Yeah.
so many women say they like to go to gay clubs for that very reason.
I love going to gay clubs. I'm not gonna lie, because I mean I know I'm going in there, I'm gonna party, I'm gonna get some drinks,
Yes.
and I'm going home.
Right.
I ain't gotta worry about somebody trying to slip me their number.
Or give me a roofie.
Well,
exactly.
I've had a couple ladies hit on me, but that maybe.
Well, you know what? The ladies are a little different. I mean, I'm sure everybody has a different experience, but gay women tend to be a little bit more respectful. They just kind of scope you out to see, but they're not on you. Gonna try to.
They're not aggressive like a man would be.
Oh no! Gosh, no! Thank God, thank God, because if they were.
Nah, then it wouldn't be fun. And it was funny because there was this club, I can't remember what it was called, in LA that I used to go to all the time. And literally the gay men would be on one side of the club and the gay women would be on the other side of the club. So I would just I'd be like doing this, going in and out. I go to this side, I go to that side. And
back and forth.
Back and forth. It was fun.
It was a good time though.
But the techno got old, you know what I mean? That's why I couldn't go too often, because it was like, okay, it's fun to people watch for a while, but after 2 hours, my ears are hurting and I'm ready. You know.
Okay, well, wait. Okay, we got a message, but what does God say about all this gay shit?
I think there is one thing in the Bible, or no, maybe two things in the Bible where it talks about homosexuality. There's a couple of, so I don't know if you would call that God, because the Bible is inspired by God, but men wrote it,
right?
And a lot of men wrote it that were influenced by their culture, and so I don't know that the Bible says that much about this gay shit.
I'm going to say this. Who said that?
But I can I finish? But I do know that the Bible does say that if you cheat on your spouse
Mm.
and you're a woman, you should be stoned. It
Uh-huh.
also says that you shouldn't eat certain foods on certain days.
Mm-hmm.
And according to the Bible, it also says that all sins are equal. So if you are gay, that's possibly a sin based
Of
on
course.
certain
Of course.
things. And then there also says that if you are a cheater, then you should die. And it also said that you eat the wrong food, you should die.
Yeah.
So it really, if we're going to talk about the Bible, there's a whole lot to talk about. I completely hear where you're coming from, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
going to respectfully say this, and I rarely say this, but it's my show, so I can say what the fuck I want to. If you want to know what God feels about that, why don't you go talk to him yourself? And don't
Mm.
come to this platform. Thank you.
And if you really want to go ahead and really learn something, go ahead and read Genesis 19, 1 through 11, and then you'll understand what
You
God
better
feels.
give it to him.
But I would respectfully
But that's not what this
request.
platform is today. We're talking about music and
Exactly.
DJing.
Right,
So
and and I'm respectfully requesting that you don't bring that to my platform. Okay? Thanks. Go
Mhm.
ahead, ladies.
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah, we love and respect. I mean, I don't mind a question or two, just as long as it comes it comes back to love. I mean,
Right.
that
No, one thing
the
we've always been
the
taught is God says to love everyone.
mhm,
You might not like their ways,
mhm.
but the Bible says to love.
Yeah.
If you can't take anything else from the Bible, that's one thing you will always know that God said
Mhm.
to love everyone.
Love him
No
and then
matter what they do, you love everyone. You might
mhm,
not like what they do because unfortunately there's some things that some folk out here you're not gonna like anything that they do, but you gotta
mhm.
understand that you still have to love them no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that is that you don't have to study. It's all in the Bible. You don't have to find it.
It's in every scripture.
Right.
It's all throughout the Bible.
Hmm.
So,
All right.
mhm.
So everybody got to see my Christian side real quick. Cool.
Yeah.
So back to the DJ, which is what this interview is all about.
Right.
They got to see the biblical side of this official real
Right.
quick. All right.
Let's get back to
I need my honorarium for preaching. All right, there's an honorarium for that one. Uh,
let's get back to the music. So I'm gonna redirect. Um, have you had to reinvent yourself at all? Because a lot of DJs, I'm one of them, had to pretty much reinvent ourselves because of COVID.
I won't say reinvent. I mean, I have gone through the process of rebranding though.
Mm.
Um, I have a publicist now. I do have a manager. Because of the amount of work that I was getting, unfortunately, I couldn't handle the bookings, everything coming all in at once. So I have gone through a lot of rebranding this year. I've been changing my style up. I've been changing my clientele. I've just really been changing the full circle of Ms. Official, the brand. Been changing people that are a part of the team, and just
So
really.
I'm sure you've lost a lot of gigs as a result of COVID. Um,
Yes and no. So that luckily I'm a nerd, so I've learned how to really do this technology thing, and so there's been quite a few gigs that were supposed to happen in person, and what we did was we set it up where I would be on Zoom as their DJ, and they were still having their event.
mhm.
Um, like for the Deltas, I was supposed to do their cotillion back in April, and so they had to reschedule, so they moved it to June. And what we did was the day before I went to the venue, I set up their speakers, their sound system and everything. But physically, I was in a whole separate room.
So, question: you're from Alabama originally.
Baby Bama.
Man, you're Bama, but you're in New York. So, are the DJ styles different in your
Oh
opinion?
hell yeah! I mean, not really though. I mean, they like everything down there. I mean, they love all types of music, but you know, the culture is definitely different. You know, New York is a lot faster than anything from North Carolina on down. New York is fast, like fast paced. You know, you got to be able to think quick and do things quick. Once you get past North Carolina and further, everything is slow. You know, they just go with the flow with a lot of things down there. So, you just got to know what they rocking with. Some spots down there, they love everything we love up here in New York. They love Meek, they love Casanova, all that. But then there's some spots that want Mike Jones, they want Slim Thug, they want all that, you know. So you just got to really just that's where being a versatile DJ comes into play, you know, and reading the
So
crowd.
let me ask you this:
Yep.
5 years from now, where do you see yourself as a DJ?
I see myself in a Las Vegas residency.
Mm. Mm. I like that. Okay, ladies, your turn.
You don't think you get bored with the one spot? I know it'll be some great money and
Um,
consistency.
you know, even though yeah, it's a residency, you know, I'll still be able to travel and do all the other things that I'm, you know, continuing to do. And that's kind of one of the things that COVID has taught me. Now, you can't be stationary anymore. If you stay in one place, you're not going to get anywhere. So now this is the time to open markets in other states and other areas. Like Disco knows, I just got back a few weeks ago from DJing in Houston. Um, if they hadn't canceled it because Alabama's numbers are going up, not Alabama, Mississippi, their numbers are going up, I would have been in Mississippi last weekend DJing. So I'm definitely hitting different markets now and just learning that New York is not going to be the home front anymore. The world is.
Okay.
What about your name? Where'd it come from?
My mother gave it to me.
Okay.
I you know, like I was telling Philly, I was just in the clubs all the time with my god brother. He's a DJ. Wasn't even old enough to be in there. And my mom was like, "Well, if you're gonna be a DJ, you need a name." And I'm like, "All right." And so my initials is CJ. So I was like, "All right, just call me DJ CJ." She was like, "Ew, no." I was like, "So what you gonna call me then?" She's like, "How about this? We call you Ms. Official." I'm like, "MS Official?" She's like, "No, no, no. MIZZ." She said, "Be different with it and get that ZZ on the end." And I'm like, "All right, we're gonna let it stick and see if it rock." So I call my god brother. I say, "Yo, we changing my name." He's like, "What?" I said, "DJ Ms. Official." He's like, "That's dope." He says, "I like it." He's like, "And you are official." He said, "Ain't nobody else out here doing what you're doing, so you know, keep it." And so it's stuck ever since. Now every time somebody see me, "Yo, official," or "Hey, Miz," you know, nobody
Okay.
knows my real name anymore. Like, and I love it. I really do. I love it. You know, it's like people know who I am by the DJ name. So, and it's good. It's a good
You're a Fleet DJ member.
I am a Fleet DJ, yes.
What does
Going
that
on
mean?
3 years. We
Well,
are an international DJ coalition. We are actually now based. We were just a worldwide. We were United States based, but we are now actually in Africa, Japan, and Canada, and the UK actually also. So officially, April will be 3 years that I've been a part of Fleet DJs. And I am actually the manager of the all-female division that we call Two Fly. And I actually am an administrator for our teen division.
Shout out to the
okay.
Fleet DJs. They won't have me. You know, I'm not good enough to be a Fleet DJ. Nah.
You apply to us?
That's the problem. Y'all got too many. The goddamn application is 4 pages long. I can get a job. I
What
go.
is it 4 pages long? It wasn't 4 pages long for me.
Man, it's like filling out a job application. Look,
I
y'all
mean,
know
we
me.
got to make sure your social media and everything is on point. So, of course, man. We can't be having you coming in and say you the biggest DJ in the world, and then you only got a personal Facebook page and you DJing in your bedroom, man. Come on, we need to see what you're out here doing.
But y'all know me. Like,
I mean, I know you.
I'm the biggest shit talker in the business. Who don't know me?
I mean, yo,
How many DJs have you talked to? You don't. Oh yeah, he talks shit.
oh, hell yeah, they all know you talk shit. I mean, you know, it's a new day, so come on, put that app in.
Nah, you know, I don't do cruise no more. I'm doing too much other stuff.
You know, I don't consider us a crew. I really consider us a family. You know, we really look out for each other, and we help each other get where we need to be. You know? It's not.
I mean, shout out to the crews, especially
It's
my,
not it's a team, you know? Like it really has. I can say since I've been a part of Fleet, there's things that I've learned and people that I've met that I probably would have never even met. All these DJs in the world, I probably now I'm good. I mean, my Facebook page is almost at a cap, and half of them are DJs that have found me and have met me. So
that does happen.
yeah.
So is it equally balanced now with the men and the women DJs, or is it still more men DJs opposed to women?
I can always say it will never be a balance of female and male DJs.
Okay.
It will never. Unfortunately, it's the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
So, the amount of female DJs that are around, it's a good amount of us now, but it's still sometimes it can be a difficult step because you can get real discouraged once you see what's out there.
What's out there?
Yeah.
And the problem is too is the different reasons and different ways that females, like you have the Paris Hiltons who's just there for the check, and she's not even playing her own stuff. She'll go get a guy like me to either load her playlist up or to actually make the mix while she's sitting there turning the knobs and woo woo and shaking her boobs.
Oh yeah, I've actually I will never do it again. But I was an opening DJ for an event. It had a female coming through rocking, and I had heard of her and stuff like that, but I've never seen her DJ. So I was like, all right, dope. But I could tell by the flyer alone what type of DJ she was.
Mm-hmm. And how so?
She's on the flyer in a bikini and a bra.
Okay. Okay.
When I get to the spot, she's got somebody coming to set her computer up.
Mm-hmm.
And here she come in, waltzing in this little mini skirt, belly all out, all this good stuff. He's got her headphones, holding her headphones out for her. She don't know how to speak on the mic. She didn't even know how to use the controller.
See, what they do is they get ghost DJs. Like they had ghost writers, they got ghost DJs now.
She didn't even know how to use the controller. She literally had a mix playing, making it seem like she was DJ.
Yeah, what they do is they get a guy like me.
Make a mix for them.
500.
You do all the scratching, all that. So all they gotta do is hit play. And now they doing this the whole time.
Yep.
Making you think that they DJing, but
and they're really not.
Not doing nothing.
Nope. And that's the average celebrity DJ. The Paulie D's,
I heard Paulie D DJ. He's actually decent.
I'm gonna throw Alicia Keys in there too, because she's in there too. Paris Hilton. Yeah.
Why you throw Alicia Keys in there?
She's a DJ.
That's what she does.
But I have not physically heard her DJ. Even when when Swiss posted a video of her DJing, it wasn't even her music. It was a recorded track that they put over the video.
Yeah, she does.
Wow.
So you don't know if she actually can scratch or anything because you still ain't heard nothing. Even when you Google and look it up on YouTube, it's always a video of her rocking, but a track over her.
Exactly.
Are people still scratching?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. Shoot, I ain't been to a club and can't remember.
Like all that scratching in
Did she ask me that, Miss Official? Did she?
How would I know? You don't. Not that I heard. Not here. This is where I hear music right now. I haven't been to a club in.
Hell, she been.
She been at the house or working. That's where she.
Okay, let me put it this.
Don't go out. She too old for that crap.
Me, I'm what you would consider a turntablist.
Yeah, I know. But if you weren't a turntablist, you'd be at home too.
No. I mean my style of play. So people still scratch. Yeah, in the club, no. Nobody wants to hear that bullshit in the club. I can honestly say that has played. I do more blending, like when I'm doing live events or whatever. I do more blending because that scratching shit. You put a little baby scratch in, bring the song and keep it moving. Nobody want to hear that back to back to back to back. This is not the 90s. You know, you feel like you get ready to jump double dutch. Like, should I get in? Should I not get it? Am I going to dance or not? Nobody wants
so the whole scratching thing has switched up, even though you still do a little scratching, it's switched up. It's not like It's not the same as it was back in the day.
No, it's the same, but it's not.
It's
Remember
just
back in the day, everywhere you went, that's all you heard.
certain places
Now,
you can do it, and certain places you're not.
right. Nowadays is more that's more for the DJs and the purists and the aficionados of DJing. They want to hear they want to hear that. But in the average party or club, nobody listens to that
You ain't
shit
doing all that
all
stuff.
night long.
And that's about it. Because
Yeah.
when you start
But-
scratching, the crowd gonna look at you crazy. Because they be like, "Yo, why you cutting in the middle of my song like that?"
Exactly.
Right.
I have a question. The last time I did go to a club, it was for one of my my baby sister's birthdays, and I was so frustrated because I promise you, 30 seconds of a song, it's like obvious that the audience likes the song. It's like, hey, yeah, we getting all excited about the song, and then it's mixed into another song within 30 seconds.
That
Yes.
dude was somewhere going live on Facebook while he was rocking.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
That
Was
DJ
this
was
recent?
somewhere going live while he was rocking.
Yeah.
because-
Was this recent?
This is maybe a year before COVID.
Yeah, he was probably live on Facebook.
Like, nah, I don't
And he
think
rocking to his little Facebook crowd while he's at a paid gig.
so. Mhm.
And Facebook, if you only play 30 seconds of the song, most likely the strong
Oh, okay.
So he was doing
Gotcha.
Wow.
the
picking it up.
Facebook mix. And
Got him.
it's unfortunate because at some places it works, some places it don't.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be popping up at a party giving somebody 30 seconds of song and they just paid you $6.50.
Ooh, it was
Mm.
frustrating. It was so frustrating. I'm like, every time I'm getting into it, it's gone. And then I'm getting into the next, and then it's gone. And so that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Nah, somehow he was probably either on Instagram or he was on Facebook and he wasn't trying to get cut off and all that good stuff. And
Oh, okay.
shout out to my brother Joe Storm on the check-in. I see you.
I was looking at that, Mr. Joey Storm.
Man, that's my midget older brother. I love him though. I'm still taller than you though. It's all good.
Are you that little, Joe?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
And with COVID over, we all gotta so you can see how. I mean, I'm 5'9", so Joe's.
Oh, you're tall. He's
Yeah.
average. He's average. Okay.
I think he's like 5'7". Joe knows.
5'7".
Damn, Joe.
No. Hey, Joe, she called you out. She called you out, man. Well, you probably my height, so you cool.
Joe knows
Damn,
about
Joe.
that not being me, so it's all good. Joe knows all good.
He hasn't commented
Also,
yet.
we gonna keep talking about my height, huh? But it's all good. I love you, Joe.
You gonna catch it.
See,
You're gonna catch some flack on that one later. Yeah.
That's one thing about doing this. You know what I mean? You really don't know you know what their face looks like,
Right.
but you don't really know much more. Everybody on here, like you, Ms. Official, I'm just meeting now, but I ain't met none of these people face to face.
Oh, he's 5'6".
So I could be like, monstrous compared to them.
Me and Joe are both fleet DJs, so we've actually met a few times. Because we do a conference every summer.
Yeah, see, the thing about the DJ community, especially on the East Coast, we're all it's a close. So a lot of DJs we actually have met face to face, especially here in the Philly, Jersey, New York area.
I don't know. I'm gonna come to Philly in a Dallas Cowboys shirt real quick.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You won't be around me.
Really?
I don't even do football, so it's like
Not to be around me.
I had a friend that's a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, and for his birthday, I bought myself a shirt just so I could say happy birthday to him, and I ain't wore that shirt since. No, I wore it to bed.
I want to get me a Dallas Cowboy toilet.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
I can see that.
DJ Joe Storm told us he's 5'6".
Oh, he's only an inch taller than me. I'm 5'5". So apparently he must have been, maybe he should have been a midget. I don't know.
Joe, they just messing with you.
Damn, Joe.
Joe, I don't have to look up at you. That's a good thing.
I'm gonna tell you though, I many years ago, I dated a guy that was 5'2", and I did. I dated a guy that was 5'2", and I'm telling you, this man has so much confidence. And he was not a Napoleon at all.
Okay.
He was a very kind, good man without a no kind of lack of confidence. He knew who he was.
Wow.
It did not matter that I towered over him because I'm
Mhm.
5'8". So I didn't, it
Oh,
didn't
wow.
matter.
I met a man that's 5. He was 5'3". He was just loud. He was a preacher. He was real loud. Always time he see me, Chandra, hey baby, and I'm like, and mind you, it's Sunday, so I'm wearing heels.
Well, you know what? That's going to lead me.
Anyone got the nerve to say, let's take a picture.
That's going to lead me to another DJ question, Miss Official. Do you feel as though you get more attention when you are performing live and you get looks like, wait a minute, a female?
Oh yeah. I get a lot of drinks brought to the booth that I refuse to drink. I got an assistant, so I make him drink them. I bring my own personal liquor because I don't trust anybody sending drinks to the booth and stuff like that.
It makes sense.
That makes total sense.
I
From
get-
a person who's been roofie before, that makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to take any chances, And so
Mhm.
I bring my own liquor, and most
Mhm.
bar owners, they know, we ain't got to worry about it. Or if I do go there, they bring me a closed bottle, and I have to open it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I've
But do you
always,
feel like, all right, when you set up, doing your DJ thing, right?
Mm.
Do you feel like you get a different set of eyes? In other words,
Oh yeah, there's two different sets of eyes. There's eyes that are
right?
scrutinizing to see how I actually DJ, and then there are eyes that, so if I get close to that one, that means I get in every party out, and I can rock with her all the time.
Mm.
And I'm a loner, so as much as I am a DJ, I'm shy.
No, you're not. Your personality don't come off as shy.
I am. I really
Really?
I know how to turn it on when I need to, but
Mhm.
So do you have a mic? Do you have a mic personality? Because all DJs don't.
I
So
can speak on the mic when I need to, but
mhm.
I don't
Mm.
have. I'm not one of those that's yo. I can't. I like playing the music, so that's why I got an assistant. He do everything on the mic most of the time, unless I'm requested to say something.
You know what? I was explaining it to Philly the other day. That's why I keep an MC with me. That's why I hire people like Perry P.
Yeah. Because unfortunately, I'm always my grandfather wasn't a big talker on the mic either. So from what I've learned from him, my god brother, he used to get on me all the time talking about, yo, you need to speak more. Joe, be quiet. Yes, I am.
I know, Joe. I know she's not.
You know,
I actually am shy. I'm what they call an introvert, but I can be an extrovert when I need to.
that is me. I'm the
Okay.
same way. Nobody believes that I'm shy.
The turntables,
The
or I
same
can
thing.
do this. I can turn that extrovert on. But
Mhm.
once this camera is off,
Cause see, when I do live gigs, my wife has always been my, since we've been married, she's always been my assistant, second half, other half.
I have never brought a significant other to any
And
gig.
she's always been my buffer, so she's at the end of the table, so they don't even get a chance to come to me because they see her.
Yeah.
I'm,
That's what my system is. They don't come to the booth. If somebody
yeah,
got a
because I'm
request
doing
to
what
go
I'm
in,
doing.
Yeah, when people that are shy, it takes time for them to learn how to have a personality. You really have to act like sometimes you got to act like you're something else,
That's why I
or you
always
don't
tell
work.
people there's two sides to me. There's Ms. Official, and then there's Chandra.
Hmm.
Chandra is in a shell. She's shy. If she speaks to you, that means she's actually warmed up to you. She's trusted you to be able to speak. So, most people, when they're like, "Oh, you're so dope. You met Ms. Official."
Hmm.
Right.
If I actually tell you my real name, I've warmed up to you.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
I've always, like I said, I've always been like that, and I think it's, I feel like it's always been a way of protection.
So let me ask you a real sticky question. Where do you see DJing itself, the culture itself? Where do you see it 5 years from now?
Um, that's really hard to say, because unfortunately with this with the DJ world, it's continuously changing. Every time you turn around, something is changing about it. The software, the equipment, how people are DJing, what they're using to DJ. So you can't. It's hard to pinpoint what's going to happen in 5 years when it's doing itself right now in front of your eyes. Every time you blink your eyes, there's something else going on.
Mm.
I do feel like right now with COVID, DJing is going very virtual. Very virtual. It's going to be virtual. If you're not ready for the virtual world, then there's probably a strong possibility you will not be DJing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know when this thing is going to be over. We don't know if you can't take the vaccine. Are you allowed out the house? If you don't take that vaccine, will they allow you out the house? Will you be on lockdown? So you just don't know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, we've been in a very unpredictable year.
Mhm.
Like, we can't predict even next year. I can't predict next week because we just don't know.
Right.
This world, the way
Literally.
this year went, you can't predict anything the next year.
So since COVID, do you find yourself liking virtual more or being out and amongst the people and the crowd and
For the most part, for me, I actually like the virtual.
wow.
Now,
Because she's an introvert.
exactly,
Right.
exactly. Now I don't have to worry about people trying to come up to the booth and always wanting to be in my face, and I enjoy it.
Okay.
Just being out and having a couple of parties here and there. Yeah, I mean, I got a couple this month that I have to do, and then that's
So
it.
how are you handling that COVID wise doing
Yeah.
live gig?
Well, like I said, I have an assistant that's always with me. And recently, probably in the last couple of years, the manager that I'm with, he's former military. Shout out to King Ty if he's watching. Um, he's a former command sergeant major in the Army, so he's very overprotective of me.
Mm.
So I roll with an assistant and a bodyguard. A bodyguard is 6'3", about 400 pounds. So between the
Oof.
two of them, they keep the distance from everybody. Keeps their distance from me anyway. Before then, so everybody kind of understands, especially where I live at. They understand that she gonna come and do the party. We gonna book her, but we know if there's any requests, let her know before or not. You're gonna talk to one of them. You're not gonna really get to her. And I've just always been like that anyway. I just I like my space and my bubble. So
Mhm. I think everything is interesting for an introvert these days because I know for me, this time indoors and all of this locked, I'm loving it.
I mean,
Okay.
I
So,
swear, during this pandemic,
Mhm.
I started the pandemic at 230 pounds. I am down to 190.
okay,
I,
congratulations.
I went out for my 3 mile run, came back in the house,
Mhm.
play around my records. I do graphics sometimes. I was doing stuff for clients, and I went to
Mhm.
work. That was it, and I loved it. I really did love it, and
Mhm.
that just was my life. And I can't. I was doing it before the pandemic, but it was now it's more I had to do it, and I wasn't upset.
So how often do you practice?
Try to practice at least twice a week if I can. With my schedule the way it is, I try to put it in there as much as I can. So
For those of y'all that don't think that DJs practice,
we do, we do. Be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes be up.
yeah,
Just got the
Really?
you got the
I
speakers
truly,
wide and
I can
level.
actually, I can honestly say I got at least a good 500 mixes in my hard drive because I'm doing 2 or 3 a day practicing, practicing,
And that's the thing.
practicing.
I've learned to start recording myself, and I go back and listen. I'm learning. There's just like I said, this was a learning
Okay.
year on a lot of
2020.
things that I wasn't doing, and a lot of things that I was doing, and so
So what would you like to do different? Because 2020 is over just about. So what would you like to be doing different? DJ, DJ
DJing wise,
wise.
I definitely want to get heavier in the scratching. I do. I blend a lot. I'm big on blending, but unfortunately, that means I gotta go and pull my turntables out if I'm really gonna get back.
But you want to learn how to cut.
Yeah. My grandfather. So to this day, my grandfather's still DJing out in Chattanooga, Tennessee. He's still
Now
out
you want to learn the baby scratch, or you want to learn the crazy cuts like I
there.
do?
I want to learn the crazy because baby scratches is fun, but I want to really I want to make my granddaddy proud and really tell him like, yeah, that's my granddaughter. She's scratching like me now. So
let me ask you this. This is strictly a DJ question, ladies. Miss Official. Which finger? Middle finger or the index?
middle finger.
She knew what I was talking about. What I'm talking about?
You let us know what the difference
I'm
is.
going to tell y'all what we talking.
Okay.
About. Which finger do you use to actually control the record? Some people use the index. Some people use their thumb. I'm a middle finger guy.
My grandfather's these two right here.
And that's how you actually scratch and pull the record back and control the vinyl with one of those two fingers.
Okay.
Yes, like certain like you have DJs that can use headphones and can just put any. Me, I have to have the big ones because I'm what you call a leaner, and what that means is
you put it to the side and
exactly.
I actually.
So how do you do it, Miss Official?
I use in-ear monitors.
Oh, like earbuds.
They're like earbuds, but they actually sit around my ear. They're about.
Okay.
I don't have them with me right now because I actually am I'm a sound engineer also, so I'm doing sound for a revival this weekend. So they're there right now, but they sit in my ear, and I have a box that sits on me, and I can move around with it. So it's just they're headphones.
Oh, okay.
So people always think, oh, yo, she don't use no headphones at all. I use them. You just can't see them.
Okay.
With my skin and everything, and
now, believe it or not, there are DJs like if you go look at a lot of my videos, my sets, you've seen it. We talked about this many times, Miss Official.
Yeah.
I don't use them. I really don't.
I keep them in my ear, so it helps me tune out the crowd.
Most of my sets now, I barely use headphones. Why? Because I know the music.
No.
And you know the music. And that's your biggest asset, ladies, also as a DJ. It's not your biggest asset, believe it or not, are these. Because if you can't read the crowd, you put something on and they're not feeling it, and you got to be able to know when to take them to the bar, when to bring them back to the floor. Because just because you got a filled dance floor, that's all well and good. But if it ain't nobody at the bar, you just lost your job.
Wow.
If that owner could give a damn about the packed dance floor, he gonna make his money on the bar. He ain't making a dime on the dance floor.
And from what my experiences are, Black people have their liquor in the trunk.
In the trunk.
So you know what I mean? So you gotta really work to get them to the bar.
That's a whole nother.
Like I'm going outside for a smoke real quick, back in the trunk, tearing that Henny bottle up real quick.
That is true.
And then I get there and I'll go and buy me a Henny double real quick and sip on that thing the whole night, man. No, you ain't getting because some spots charge you like $20, $25 for a drink.
Yes.
Like, man, you ain't
especially in New York. Yeah.
Plus I done paid you $15 to get this. Hell no, man. Nope.
But it is a skill that you have to learn being a DJ. You have to know when to send them to the bar, when to bring them back, when to send them. Because like I said,
you working, get you sweaty, get you all hot and bothered. Right. I'm like, yo, all right, yo, go make sure you go tip the bartender.
Right.
Them drinks, go buy them up.
And you have to know musically how to bring them down.
Yeah.
You actually want to clear the dance, not clear it, but
you only have like a good few people still on there because they just love dancing no matter what because they already drunk or high.
Yeah, because there's always the chick that just loves to dance. She's in there dancing in the mirror. She don't give a damn.
Know what she on, but she.
There's always that one chick.
That be me. That be me.
I will dance in a chair in a minute.
That
like,
is
what
me.
is she on? She ain't get off this floor.
Yo.
Like you ain't thirsty, girl.
There's always that one chick, no matter where you DJ, that like, damn, this woman been on this floor for 3 hours.
That would be me.
Your feet don't hurt. I know them feet gotta hurt.
See, I don't wear heels. I come ready to.
I'm in the club. I think there's one time I wore heels in the club, and that was my birthday party.
So let me
I
ask
was
you
all
this.
up and everything, but by like the second hour of the party, them heels was off because I was drunk. I knew I wasn't gonna make it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So to date, what was your biggest gig?
Melba Moore,
Melba Moore.
Wow.
Military Academy.
For those of y'all that don't know, the younger people, Melba Moore is it. Did she win a Grammy? Grammy award winning.
Yes.
Yeah. That so I got 3 top events. Melba Moore. I was the second female DJ to touch the stage at a Sugar Bar, Nick Ashford and Simpson's Sugar Bar,
Mm.
New York City.
I'm supposed to sing there. I love that. I love it there.
That actually, crazy was that night. I'm upstairs in the green room waiting to come down, and Cedric the Entertainer was there that night.
Wow.
I was like, "Yo, this is crazy!" Like, word. And I found out me and Erykah Badu were the only 2 female DJs that ever touched that stage.
The thing about Sugar Bar is a perfect place for a DJ, because for performers it's hard because it's that long, narrow. You can't hardly see them. So you vocally better be on, because it don't matter what you look like, because most people can't see you. But a DJ is all about the music, and I love that.
And that spot, that spot with the Sugar Bar, you never know who's coming in there.
Mm-hmm.
You never.
Okay.
The time I went to visit, I just went to see the spot and stuff like that, and Monique was in town, and she walked in. And I'm like, "Yo, seriously?" It's like, yo, you never know who's coming in here. You really don't. And so I'm sitting up in the green room, and I'm like, I'm looking at the screen. I said, no, yo, is that what I think it is? So I sent my manager down. I was like, yo, just go check and see. He was like, I'm not supposed to leave you. I said, go down there and tell him I'm thirsty or something. Go get me a drink. He come back and he says, yeah, that's him. He said, what you want to do? I said, tell him to stick around, bro. We about to have a party tonight, man. So he stuck around, he chilled out. And I think my last top 3 event, and I actually, this is a continuing event that I do every year now. I DJ for Bill Dukes. I DJ for Bill Dukes. Him and my grandfather actually grew up together and lived house behind house. And so my grandfather used to do their family reunion every year. He wasn't traveling anymore like that. So he called him. He's like, my granddaughter's a DJ. She's 40 minutes from your family, your family compound. Call her. So he had his assistant call. And I didn't realize when she kept saying Bill Dukes, I'm like, who the hell is Bill Dukes? I'm like, I don't know his name. And so I'm pulling up to this compound, big old plantation looking at house. I'm like, oh hell, where the hell am I at? I think I'm about to die. I'm hearing the name Bill now. So I'm like, oh, these white people about to kill me out here. And so I'm setting up and everything, and I'm looking at this black tall dude just standing there, keep looking at me. And I'm like, who the hell? I said, he looks familiar. And I'm like, I know I've seen him from somewhere. And so he comes up to me. He's like, you trying to figure out who I am, huh? I said, hell yeah, I feel like I just seen you, like literally. Like, I'm gonna say a line from a movie, and you're gonna know exactly who I am.
You know you fucked up, right?
That's the line he hit me with.
You know you fucked up. Business Society.
He was like, yeah, that's me. I was like, I was just watching this last night before I got here. It was really him, and I was like,
Business Society. Remember when he was interrogating Kane? He said, "See,
you fucked up, right? Yep, him."
Oh my god!
That's exactly how I was. I was fangirl.
I feel you, because I don't mean to put you on the spot, CYNDA, but I was. Listen, when I tell you this, I looked at her the very first time I saw CYNDA Williams. I was like, I love her. The very first time I saw that movie, I was like, she is bad. And ever since then, so I know what you're saying. I know exactly how that feels like.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I just watched you. And so I'm like, how'd you find me? He was like, me and your grandfather are best friends. Like, we grew up together. He says, that's my boy. And so he sent me your contact info, and I had my assistant hit you up, and here you are. He says, and I'm letting you.
Can I ask you a question about that? One of the things that, I heard this vlogger talking about this, and I was talking to my daughter about it. the whole concept of what's it called when your family helps you, you know, when your family gives you opens the door for you, and then there's some people that are like, I don't want nobody to know, I want to do it on my own, I want to did you like say, hey, look, this is my grandfather, this is my father, and blah blah blah, and then they open the door for you, or did you do it like I'm gonna just do this on my own?
For a long time there, I never really told anybody who my grandfather was.
Mm.
So in the area where I'm at, I don't even have my father's last name, so nobody knew the connection until probably I could say about a good 6 years ago. I was doing an event for Melville, and my grandfather pulls up. I didn't even know he was coming, and I didn't know Melville knew my grandfather. He's like, DJ Jimmy Jam, and I said, hold up, where you see Jimmy Jam at? He in Tennessee right now. What you talking about? She says, he's right there. And I turn around, I'm like, yo, that's my granddad. Like, what you doing? He's like, I'm gonna surprise you. She's like, Jimmy Jam's your grandfather? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I've known your grandfather for years. Like years. He's done some events for me when I used to come up top, upstate and stuff like that. She says, I've known your grandfather for years. She says, I did not know Jimmy Jam was your grandfather. Why didn't you tell me?
Speaking of an old ass grandfather.
I've never, my grandfather will be 80 this year, I think.
Speaking of an old ass grandfather, look who just stepped in.
And I was like, I didn't want to. I've always I didn't want to go by him. I can see it now. Oh, yo, that's little DJ Jimmy Jam. And even when I was with my god brother DJing on his side, he used to call me Little Styles. I'm like, nah, I got my own DJ name. Call me by what I got. So,
okay.
Even though I'm thankful for what my grandfather has helped me with and done, I'm never, not appreciative of it, and I really thank him for it. But
so, let me ask you this. First of all, go ahead and do your shameless, Joe. Get that out the way.
Oh my goodness, man!
Go ahead, Joe. Get it out the way.
I just came to support, man. It ain't about Joe Storm. It's about Mr. Official, man.
Go ahead, Joe. We know you're going to. Go ahead, get it out the way.
Oh man, oh man. You're listening to the sounds of Baltimore's #1 growing and sexy DJ in the building. I go by the name DJ Joe Storm. He is a sweet soul brother. You heard it here first. The one and only DJ Joe Storm in the building. Folks, radio.
So, Miss Official,
Thank you.
question. What is your biggest, as a DJ, what's your biggest obstacle now that you might see as a DJ? Is it the technical, the new technology, or keeping up with the music, or what's your biggest?
I would say me personally is the networking. I have a team that does the networking for me, but because of that introvert side of me, it's very hard for me to physically do the networking. And so, I'll see something that I might like or somebody I want to connect with, and all I do is now I screenshot it and I send it to my publicist, be like, "Yo, go talk to them." And she's like, "You got them. You're following them. They're already following you on IG. Just send them a message." We're like, I can't get the words.
So, as a DJ, do you find it harder to keep up with the new technology, or like you said, because you started with the technology part of it, the digital part?
No, it's not hard for me because, like I said, I'm a nerd, so I'm big on I love tech. I really do. Like during this pandemic, I took my MacBook and I changed my RAM, I changed my hard drive. I did all that instead of going to a computer store. So I'm a big nerd when it comes to technology, and I love it. So.
Ladies, I'm getting ready. Y'all got any more questions?
Oh, you just completely reneged on that whole thing. I mean, it's like, I'm going to allow you to do this interview.
All right.
And then,
you got 20 minutes left.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So anyway, go on and talk. Might as well finish it up.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh man. I'm scared to ask what Philly gonna ask because I know she said she's gonna dig in the Ms. Official.
In
So.
fact,
No,
since y'all want
I'm not digging today. Not
since y'all want to
today.
be such smart
was ready
asses,
for it. I was
as a
physically
matter of
ready for
fact,
it.
You was ready for it?
I was ready for it. I was like, oh, I was ready for her to dig. I was like, oh man, let me just prepare my mental for this, so I can answer any question she throw about the book.
No, I'm not digging today, but you know why, but
I mean, you can dig a little bit. I'm one of those. If I ain't gonna give you a comment, I'm just gonna say no comment. But I don't mind answering questions. I'm always open to.
She's getting better.
well, on this one, wait a minute,
Thank you. See, I'm getting better. I used to give me.
Hold on. On this one, we're gonna keep it strictly DJing. On this one,
Perfect. I mean,
and the reason why is because we're shared in a lot of DJ only platforms because she's a DJ. So
don't know who Ms. Official is. It's just
But DJs are people too, right?
exactly.
yes.
You know, where
yeah,
all
but
apps-
a lot of groups they only want to hear the DJ side of it. They don't want to hear about
I
you.
mean, but you gotta understand that the thing that happens to the person is the reason why they are the DJ, though.
Exactly.
Exactly.
True.
People are people.
You're not
And
gonna get the 97 and hear them just talk about their rap game. They're gonna ask them other questions because
so
Is Miss Official single, dating, looking? What?
inquiry minds.
I'm gonna sit my
For the record, shit just got
Miss
real.
Official has a special someone. Let's put it like.
Okay. Okay. So is it something serious or is it like just dating or is it your boyfriend, your man or
I mean, I hope in the future it could be something a little bit stronger. I mean, Ms. Official is a very I've learned to keep relationships out of the music game because you never know what it could cause.
right?
So people might think I'm single. They might think I'm not. And I never really
Confirmed it.
confirm it because I've learned something when it comes to females in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they won't book you if they find out that you're in a relationship.
Really? Why is that?
Really? I just learned something today.
I have a friend that she's a music artist and she's married. Like she's been married now 3 years, and they don't know about her husband.
Okay.
He's a big time, R&B. She's an R&B singer. She be doing all the photo shoots, everything. If you're not in her inner circle, you don't know about her husband. You don't know about her kids. Nothing. And he's the one that told her. He's like, don't tell the world about me. He's like, because you're an R&B singer, you sing about sex, you sing about this man and that and that. He says the moment they find out you're in a relationship, they're not going to listen to you.
Wow.
And it's been working for her. I mean, she's been doing pretty well in the game, and I think she's.
So you're telling me that as a female DJ, if you ever got hooked up like that, you couldn't tell nobody?
I just physically, me myself, I wouldn't.
Because they won't book you. Damn, I never heard that before.
I mean, they might book me, they might not. I don't want to take that chance. But then, here's the thing. That's the introvert side of me. My inner circle will know about who the person is and who they are and what they do and all that good stuff. And Joe will tell you, my inner circle is very small.
So you're.
There's a difference between.
But I will let people know, like, there's somebody in my life. I'm not. They won't.
I just learned something today. I did not know that they book. Wow.
But how can you really keep it separate? Even like you know, you're out there in the spotlight and you're with somebody, and I don't know if some people's mate is like, well, I want people to know that me and you are together, and
I've had that issue before. I've had that issue where I've had a guy, you know, I want to be at all the events. Why? Well, they need to know that you're with me.
Mm.
They don't need to know. If you, first of all, in any solid relationship, if you trust your spouse, you don't need to worry about them flaunting you everywhere, because
right.
you're gonna be good no matter what. So me flaunting you and posting your picture, you at every gig, standing by the booth, mean mugging every nigga that roll around, because that's gonna happen.
Right.
It's not needed, because that right there can cause an issue, especially if I'm a resident DJ at a club, and you know there's gonna be certain guys that show up to the club every weekend.
Okay.
And you would drink every weekend. Now, let's say he shows up every weekend with me. There goes that client that I could have probably potentially have booked for a gig. They could have booked me for a gig, but now they know he's with me. He mean mugging these fools every time they come by the booth just to say hi.
Wow.
So, you know, I've just learned. I've had it where I've had a spouse that every time I'm DJing at 4:00 in the morning, you calling me at 5:05.
Mm.
Like, sir, I
That's
literally.
crazy.
Do men have the same issue, guys? Do men?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have
Well,
that issue, Joe?
Okay.
not
I
really.
don't- Okay, me personally, I don't, but I know a lot of DJs. Oh, hell yeah.
Well, see, same here, Disco. I know girls that be when he breaking out his equipment, you
She
know,
tri-
she right there. You
Mm.
know, I mean, but you know, like the relationship I'm in now, I think she might have went with me like maybe 3 times, and that's only because I needed some help. Wasn't because she wasn't trying to watch me, and she wanted to go. So I'm like, okay, but other than that, every gig I'm pretty much I got a roadie and we together. That's ain't nobody, you know. And then she's in it. She does party and entertainment herself. You know, she's a uh celebration technician. So you know, she does
Okay.
her own thing. You know, so we in the
What's a
same thing.
celebration technician?
I was going to say, what is that?
Celebration technician is a person that helps create the event. You know, is a level higher than just a person that's an event coordinator. You know, that coordinates your event. You know, they actually help you with the idea. You know, and they help build you whatever your dream is. And that's the type of person she is. She'll help you build, even if you don't have an idea what you're trying to do. She will help you build that. You know, and then she'll help you build it on depending on the budget. Low budget, high budget, she'll make it look like it's $1 million.
Hmm.
Mm.
Wow,
Okay.
that sounds great.
Right.
I mean, I've learned. I don't. Have I ever? I have never physically dated anybody in the industry. Have I talked to a few? Yes. Um,
It's hard.
it's hard.
Would you date in the industry?
I would. I mean, if it came to me and you know it was solid, I would. Um, I've been such a church girl that I've always dated somebody in the church.
Do you think it's easier to date somebody who's in the industry because they understand it more and you don't have to give as many
I think
Right.
I would say yeah.
Mhm.
What I've experienced before, they don't understand. You
Hmm.
know, at me when I was a DJ, you knew what I was from the jump, but you wanted me to stop or change, and I wasn't going to stop my career because you're insecure of your feelings. If I've never given you a reason to feel insecure, then you should never feel insecure. So
That's control, really. That's control,
oh, of
really.
course, and that was the thing, you know, it was always wanting control, and that's the hard part about being a female in this industry and just being a female period of your own boss. Now you got to meet a guy that understands that outside the home, I control what I do and how my money is made.
Right.
So if you can understand that and be okay that when I'm outside this door, yeah, I'm your girl, but right now I'm Ms. Official. I'm out here grinding. I'm out here making money.
Mm-hmm.
Then anything can work. Once I get behind those doors, I'll leave the grind right at the door. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna want you to doll on me and all that good stuff because I've already been out there hustling all day. So if you can handle that, then you're the perfect guy for me. But
Have you ever had a mate that was jealous of what you do? As far as like giving it the attention opposed to them?
oh yeah, I'm so glad he's blocked now so he cannot see this.
Wow.
Yeah, it had got to the point where, he was so, long story short, he was a pastor. When I met him, he was a pastor. I knew him for years, and he finally shot his shot. And so, he was like, all right, we're gonna try this thing out. And it went good for a good few years. And then it was just out of nowhere. I was actually doing a party. It was a private party, so he really couldn't go. I told him that, the ladies already got a certain amount of people counted for. This is what it is, what, and everything. And I get home, he's got attitude, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Oh, you didn't want me to go because you had some other nigga there.
Wow.
And you know what? A lot of DJs go through. I've actually seen where they get into it, and there's some ladies who, men too, but they're mostly ladies. They get into an argument about him DJing and come home. Next thing you know, you come home the next day, your shit is on fire or out in the trash or then broke the tone arm. Crazy
I
stuff.
was going to jail. We lived out in the woods. I was shooting him like a deer. Nah. But no, like, that just, when he started getting like that, I just, I had to know, like, all right, it's time to, I think this thing has ran its course. I love you for what you've done for me and what you've taught me, but it's not going to work because I'm not going to stop who I am and what I do because you're jealous and, I'm more now with it and now you're feeling some type of way.
Right.
You got a few minutes left. Ladies, do you have any other questions?
No, I've learned a lot.
I have too.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, Official, where can they find you?
Find me on all platforms at DJ Miz Official. And that's MIZZ. I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Soon to be Clubhouse. Also, we are working on getting our invite for that soon. Just look out for some big things coming up. Hopefully next year. If COVID allows, we'll be DJing for a couple events for All Star Weekend. Just be on the lookout for some things happening, and you never know. If you want me to come to your state, let me know. We out there.
And we're not gonna
May
what?
2nd.
May 2nd.
50th birthday party.
I'm in there.
Philadelphia. You gotta come to Philly.
I come to Philly. Philly cool with me. I ain't got no problem with Philly.
Yes.
Team toss.
I want a
all
Philly
day.
Team Taurus all day.
You got 3 tosses
Full
on here.
game.
Oh, another Taurus?
I'm a Cancer.
It's 3.
Cancer. I knew I liked you.
Yeah, baby. I'm a Cancer.
I love me some Cancers. They're my best friends. Most of them.
So, real quick in closing, if you had to tell any female DJ pair, but especially young lady that wants to get into the business, what would your number one advice be?
Never steer away from the craft. Don't let anybody steer you away from the craft. Always focus on what you want and continue to build your dreams.
And there you have it. Boom, that part. Wow. First of all, thank you very much for coming, Mr. Official.
Yes, I enjoy talking to you.
We appreciate you. You're all over all the DJ platforms. This has been shared, so everybody's going to hear your story. We thank you. Joe Storm, real quick, where can they find you at?
You can find DJ Joe Storm on Facebook every day, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. with the Cabin Fever Mix on my Joseph Henderson page. Tune in, rock out, and you're going to have a good time. You can also find me on Mixcloud, and that is mixcloud.com/DJ Joe Storm. Also through the also Monday through Friday, all at the same time, simultaneously. And you can find me on IG, DJ_Joe_Storm. Everything else is the same. So hook up with me, check me out, and we're gonna rock out, take you back and forward. DJ Joe Storm, Baltimore's #1 grown and sexy DJ. I'm out.
Damn, you got a whole script. So real quick, I want to tell you where else he can find. Y'all can find him at come January the 6th.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Well, you're not supposed to mention it. We're gonna let the.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wasn't supposed to mention it. You're supposed to stay right there. Boss lady, you want to take that one?
All right. Yes, I am very excited. DJ Joe Storm is joining myself and Shelly Shell Williams. We will be starting the PPC radio show from 2 to 4 Wednesdays, 2 to 4 Eastern. Let's get that straight. And we will be on all of the streaming platforms. And DJ Kid Disco is our producer. And we will have guest therapists every week. So it is a self-help platform where we could talk about life's issues, universal issues, and then actually have practical help from life coaches, spiritual leaders, and therapists to help us get through these difficult days. So I'm very excited about it. Thank you.
And speaking of guests, January the 13th, your guest will be that lady above you.
Yes, the most amazing Philly Beauty is going to be our guest that day, and I'm very excited to have her because she is so gifted, as we have said, and hopefully she'll impart some of her wisdom for the people listening in.
So it sounds to me, I'm going to put CYNDA on the spot, but we did talk about it. I'm going to put you on the spot, Cece.
Mm-hmm.
I asked, I kind of suggested it. I said, she needs a female mentor, somebody who's been in the business to help her out. And I went to you and asked you, and you said you would do what again?
Well, yeah, I mean, I talked to Philly Beauty myself about, my availability to her. Yeah, I already told her that if she ever has any questions, thoughts, or whatever, that I'm just a phone call away or an email away. And because I know how overwhelming it can be to all of a sudden be in the limelight. And it can be overwhelming and scary, but it doesn't need to be. So.
Okay.
See, kumbaya.
You are silly.
Okay.
I'm stupid because I'm hungry.
Somebody feed them.
Well, I mean, I want to eat, but
You need a Snickers.
well, no, I'm having an issue, y'all. Listen, y'all know I'm transparent. I'm gonna tell you, my weed man went out of town and it won't be back till Wednesday. This that bull.
Hold up, dang, what? Oh,
my weed man went out of town today and won't be back till Wednesday.
That's hard.
Wow.
What kind of people are you? What kind of weed dealer are you, man? Supposed to let your client know, yo, I'm gonna be out of town for a couple of days.
Exactly.
You want to buy a little extra before I go? That's what he's supposed to do.
I was supposed to get that phone call. Yo, I'm rolling, cuz you might want to grab something now.
Especially if you're an everyday smoker like you.
Right.
Or I'm sorry, an everyday, all day smoker like you. Then you should be stocked up.
Why you gotta put my business out there?
You don't want to put your business out there.
Why you gotta put my business out there?
That's something you say.
He's a connoisseur.
Connoisseur. Exactly.
So listen, real quick, y'all, before we get out of here. Tomorrow, are we doing the tea tomorrow? Another tea tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow we will be doing what's the tea, tarot cards on the rest of the signs, the rest of the 6 signs. I can't remember which ones I did. I wrote them down. But tomorrow is what's the tea.
All right. I'm gonna be listening in for that. Is that in the morning?
Yep.
Yes.
And we're going to do
How early in the morning?
regular time. 10 o'clock.
We're gonna do. I'll probably do what's the tea around 11.
Yeah.
Does that include Leo's?
Yes, Leo's will be in there.
Okay, I'm gonna get my daughter up because she was like, I want to talk to her.
Yes, Leo's will be included in that.
So Soph's going, okay. Cool.
She's like, I want to talk to her. I was like,
She
calm
can call
down.
me anytime.
I told her, calm down. I'll get her up so she can listen.
Okay.
Tomorrow we're actually going to try something brand new. Y'all going to get a chance to call in.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
we are doing
very
calling.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we
Hey.
talked about that, Sea Breeze?
Yes, that is so cool. I was hoping that eventually would happen. That is amazing.
I told you I would. You know me. You know.
That's dope.
I'm one of them geeks. I'm one of them ghetto geeks. I don't know what the I don't read shit. I just
So you gonna do that tomorrow with the phone calls?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Well, good luck with
do it.
that.
You know what? We're going to do a double thing. We're going to do it tomorrow. It's going to be a kickoff, but we're going to do it Monday again with you and I.
Okay.
You
Fabulous.
and I. So we don't have a guest Monday, but next Wednesday, and since I'm sitting here in this platform, next Wednesday our guest will be DJ J-Rock. He's the founder and the CEO and the general and all that stuff of the International DJ Cafe. Miss Official and Joe, y'all know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Jim.
So DJ J-Rock will be our guest next week, and we're going to talk all about the International DJ Cafe. And again, you're going to get some DJ knowledge. Soph might want to listen in on that one.
Yeah. I got to write all this stuff down. That's next Wednesday. Is it the same time or is that the morning?
Morning. No. That's a morning. That's
morning. 10 to 12.
Yep, our regular thing.
Okay.
Soph should definitely tune in on that.
Yeah, my daughter, Mrs. Official, wants to be a DJ also, along with modeling and actress and stuff. But she's very funky, and she would love to Eddie is, or DJ Kid Disco is mentoring her and teaching her. So
everybody know my government, so you ain't gotta be switching up.
Okay.
Edward, his name Edward.
I don't want to get yelled at like Peter Perry.
That's messing up. It's really not Edward.
Oh, it isn't.
We know it's Eddie.
It really is Eddie.
Got you.
Yeah, she wanted to be different. I don't know. Maybe she was high that day. I don't know. I don't know.
Jimmy Reed says salute.
So, oh wow, Jimmy.
Oh, that's it.
That's J-Rock. That's another J-Rock. There's a couple of them. So.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah. To Jimmy J-Rock. What's up, brother?
What up, J-Rock? So, Philly J-Rock will be our guest next Wednesday. Yeah. So for the next couple of weeks, Grown Folks Radio, y'all gonna be hearing a whole bunch of Christmas music. Don't get alarmed. It's that time.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Right. So
I'm gonna rock out another set tonight.
And
for Christmas.
Here's the thing. New Year's Eve, starting at 10 o'clock.
Yes, 10 o'clock.
Grown Folks Radio is having a New Year's Eve party via Zoom, and that lady
bringing the bottles. Lies.
Yes.
That lady right there is singing. That lady, yeah, that lady.
I still haven't talked about it, but I figure I could sing at least. If I'm just gonna come, sing, and leave. And Joe, you got to help me figure out how to use the music and stuff. So we got to do a tutorial.
I got you.
Okay.
You know, I'm good with that stage production. I got you.
I'm not singing. I said that lady's going to sing.
Oh, when you said that lady, I was about to say, who snitched on me? Because I was about to say, okay, who you done talk to?
Oh nah, that lady right there. That you know.
Sea Breeze.
We say
Yeah.
that for the we say that
MCC,
behind the church.
let's get it
Oh, I
right.
can't wait.
I don't speak
So
publicly for anybody except church.
so we're gonna be doing a New Year's Eve party via Zoom, and Joe Storm's going to play.
Yes.
I'm going to play,
Yes.
and probably have a couple as DJs because I'm gonna be in my. I'm gonna start calling that my Philly bag. Philly when I you know what I'm talking about.
I know.
I'm gonna start
Get
calling.
that Philly bag, man. Get that Philly
Nah,
bag.
she motivates me, dog. She really does. She like if she come if like I already be doing something, in my mix or whatever. If she come in and be like, take that shit off. But she'll come in the joint. We ready to start the show. She like, and you just hear a mile away. Yes. Oh, all right. I'm on point. Philly say she like to come to the club.
I love house music and reggae, and I just zone out.
You want to hear some house music, some reggae? Okay.
Yes, I love
I
it.
got something for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Joe Joy. So all right, y'all, that's it. It's we actually over. It's 10 minutes after 4. I'm hungry. I'm starving. I ain't ate all day.
All right. I'll be listening in, y'all. God bless you.
Okay.
All right. Wait a minute, Seabreeze, can you give us your infamous?
That's a wrap.
Here you go. Don't forget, y'all, tune in Friday for episode 32 of the PPC podcast.
Yes, it's called First Impressions.
Y'all will love this. This is the best one we ever did, Seabreeze. It really
You think? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Production is awesome.
This is
Wow.
this is on a whole nother level, like on some Seinfeld type of stuff. Like,
Oh, I can't wait.
yeah, it's funny as hell. Y'all gonna love it.
Cannot wait.
Be a good show.
So check it out on all the platforms.
On all the podcast platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Apple, Anchor.
Beats provided by myself, DJ Larry Legend,
Sakeem Beats, and Shane Stokes.
Shane Stokes. There we go. And as what's his face? Russell Simmons would say.
I don't know. What would he
God bless and good night.
You know what? Ain't none of y'all watch Def. Thanks for coming out. God bless.